Good morning, Nerdvengers, Brokevengers, visitors to DOS Tower. Look, YouTube is horrible still, and we're stuck in members-only mode. Apologies. They said they will hopefully have it resolved within the next 24 hours. I actually got a hold of them, so hoping we can have it sorted. I apologize to the Brokevengers. Make sure you smash that like button, and we will see you real soon. It's Monday. Okay, let's get it started. Let's just go. Let's go. Brokevengers, Nerdvengers, what's up, everybody? Look, first of all, why do I... Hang on. No, just stop it for a second. Seriously, just a second. Everybody that's watching, that's like, why the fuck can I not chat? I don't know! I'm trying everything! I finally got in touch with some people at YouTube. Hopefully they can figure it out. I definitely think at this point it's a glitch. So the chat is stuck in members only mode. It is an absurd problem to have, so I do apologize to everybody in the chat, or everybody that's not in the chat, I guess. It'd be cool to talk to you. Regardless, big show today, lots to get into, and we're just gonna kind of have to keep it moving, man. We're look, I'm not pumped. but we just gotta, the show must go on sort of thing, right? Okay, so we'll keep it moving. You can also chat on our Discord. I know some of the people have been doing that in the absence of being able to chat in the live stream here. So again, hopefully working on that, hopefully get that done. Regardless, big crazy Marvel news today. It is reported and rumored that the final 3 episodes of WandaVision will be up to an hour in length. And that is fan-freaking-tastic news. We're going to talk about that. It lines up with some other things that we have heard. It seems like the end of this series is going to be pretty freaking epic. So I want to talk about that. We'll look into the report. There's also some other Marvel news going on. Tobey Maguire news might be imminent. Coming any day now. Tobey appears to have signed late last week officially for his contract for either Spider-Man 3 or whatever contract was holding it up for him. So the word is that we'll likely get something in the Hollywood trades soon, and then maybe even a teaser or a trailer or something to that effect, okay? Also want to talk just a little bit about the Snyder Cut and the trailer that happened yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen! But before we get into all of that, let's do some show notes. Wow, nice. Good job. Okay, so first of all, for show notes, let's start from the weekend back, okay? Obviously, there was a Nerdvengers stream last Saturday. There was no Nerdvengers Prime stream on Sunday. I took a staycation. I just didn't want to, I needed a little bit of a break. It was dope. I feel refreshed. I feel good. This weekend, epic and important streams on the weekend, Saturday at noon for the Nerdvengers. Please try to be there if you can. We're going to talk about some pretty epic stuff going on with the channel. Big announcement I want to make for you. And then for those of you that are the Nerdvengers Prime, I will sort of just on Sunday be clarifying some things and going into great detail about some of the broad strokes we go over on Saturday. That's first up. Friday morning, very early on in the morning, of course, we're going to be doing our usual WandaVision watch party / stream, where we will be going early in the morning talking about all those spoilers. This one, if it is indeed an hour-long episode, couple of different things this week. Number one, obviously, this would mean that the watch party would be a little bit longer. This would mean we would get started a little bit later on the stream in the morning. It also probably means there's a lot more to get into, so it would likely be a longer stream in the morning, and we'd be cranking out a lot more videos. And we're going to get into more of this today, of course, but if what I think is coming, the show's about to win every last hater completely back, and I think these are the ones. Like, these are the episodes. These are the ones. So look for that. Of course, Thursday night after dark, Al and Lavish. Did you guys know there were other people than me that make content around here? Yeah, it's pretty cool because I'm frankly sick of doing it. So Al and Lavis, Thursday night. I'm just kidding. I love making content. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go check that show out. Those two take you on a wild ride. A lot of guest appearances. Very, very fun stuff. Also, this Wednesday, 9 p.m., but stay tuned. It could actually be a little bit later. Miss Darren Wood and I are going to be streaming together. That's going to be a coming show for the channel. We've been working on that a little bit behind the scenes. This Wednesday, we're going to do the first official show live for all of members, because we did one last week for only members. I don't know. That whole thing with YouTube, ridiculous. Regardless, that's that. And other than that, I will be doing Nerd Theory tonight, and I believe Theory and myself will be talking a little bit about the Gina Carano story. So if you've been, hungering for me to give you more of that, because I have not even done a solo video on it, that'll go on tonight on Nerd Theory. Okay, that's it. I think we're good. Let's get it started. Have y'all heard, let me know in chat, and, again, sorry about the members only thing. Have y'all heard about this here story, about these final episodes being an hour long? Have you heard? You hear about this? You know about this? Did you hear about this? Pretty crazy. All right, so let's read through this article, and then we will speculate. Multiple sources appear to confirm final episodes of WandaVision will each be an hour long. Let's see here. Not much is known of the final episodes of WandaVision or where the series is ultimately going. The internet has been buzzing with speculation that the final 3 episodes of WandaVision may each be an hour long. Statements from people connected to the show seem to indicate that this is a theory based in reality. Here's what we know so far. There have been 6 episodes of WandaVision so far, and the runtime for each episode has been approximately 30 minutes, or 20 minutes of episode and 10 minutes of credits, as many people have jokingly pointed out on social media. That's a total of approximately 3 hours of showtime. Paul Bettany spoke about this at the D23 Expo. He told the crowd that Kevin Feige had pitched a 6-hour movie to him. Here's the statement. I don't think that myself or Lizzie have ever been more surprised than when Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige pitched the idea to us. He pitched this idea of a sort of 6-hour movie that I would never in a million years have thought of. With 3 hours of showtime that has already aired, this would mean that there's still 3 hours of showtime left. And with only 3 episodes left, that could either mean that each of the final episodes of WandaVision is an hour long, or that we'll get 2 half-hour episodes in a season finale that is something like 2 hours. Either way, though, that still leaves 3 hours of runtime left to be broken down between 3 episodes, which is, I guess, fair. Bettany was the only one of the people to make a statement about the 6-hour runtime, though. Was not the only one. Mark Sheckman also did an interview where he indicated the 6-hour runtime. He's a producer for the show, and you can see the interview here. No, you can't because the mouse came. The head of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, also appears to have hinted that WandaVision will break the rules of normal television and shows by changing the length of the episodes. Multiple statements from Feige appear to confirm that this theory is correct. Here's a couple of things that he said. He said, "That's one of the fun things about streaming, and even on the shows that I watch, as a fan, you don't have the rules of network TV and selling ad time, where it has to start now and end now. Episodes can grow or shift or shrink to expand to fit the story you're telling, even if though in those first 3 the lengths are somewhat different, and that will continue through the rest of the show." In an interview with Collider, he said this: "Well, we're looking at it a little differently. We're looking at it as developing them either 6-hour episodes or 9 or 10 half-hour episodes. So, for instance, WandaVision started that way, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier as 30 minutes, but because it's streaming, it's Disney Plus, and the rules have blurred over the years. Some can be 23 minutes, some can be much longer than that. But She-Hulk, for instance, is being developed as a 10 to 30 or as 10 30-minute episodes. Some will be longer and some will be short. Loki, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is being developed as 6 40 to 50-minute episodes." Okay, very interesting. And we've heard some of this before. Okay, so that's sort of, I think, where a lot of the rumors are coming from. And to be honest with you, it tracks with things that I've heard and sort of speculation that I have about the show. Now, a long time ago, in a nerdy galaxy far, far away, doth NerdVengers did say that the end of the show is going to be absolutely epic. I remember talking to you guys about this like way before we saw any of the show, and just being like, well, the indication is that it's going to start out, and you can, by the way, you can go look up these videos. Nobody's going to, because it's 2021 and we're over it. But you can go back and watch these videos if you want to double check me. We had indicated that the beginning of the show will sort of be like serialized television, going through different sitcom eras, and then it was literally going to become like damn near an Avengers level movie. Now, here's what I think is really interesting about this. We've talked a lot about the $225 million budget for WandaVision, okay? Now, let me ask you this. You tell me. I'd like to know. And then, again, if you can't chat in the chat because YouTube sucks, Just shout it really loud and I'll hear it in my heart. Even if you're at your job. How much of that $225 million budget do you think we have seen allocated to special effects thus far, 6 episodes in? How much money do you think they've spent on these episodes? I'm just curious. Because to me, it cannot be more than $100 million combined. And it might be way, way less. I only say 100 million because some of the effects shots in the last few, like in 4 and 5, are pretty wild. But you look at those first 3 episodes, dude, that's a shoestring budget. So, damn, yo. What the fuck are they putting in these last 3 episodes, right? Right? So you've got this massive budget, right? You've had the idea that the show's going to end in an Avengers-like craziness, okay? On top of that, Feige made this thing knowing that this was the first in his trilogy that was going to sort of talk about the multiverse and explain the multiverse as we went into Spider-Man 3. And then from that went into Doctor Strange 2. He knew that as he was designing it. So, damn, y'all. I think these last 3 episodes are going to be pretty fantastic, man. Quite frankly, some of y'all might only give a shit about these last 3 episodes. Like some people that haven't like been feeling it or whatever, they might only care about these last 3 episodes. Now, I think that's interesting that the article indicates that there's no real way to know if we're looking at hour. I would tell you, I think it's truncated, and I think the last episode is going to be a very long episode, like an hour and a half. That's what I think. But who knows for sure, okay? By the way, a lot of rumors, some new leaks that may be true for WandaVision, a lot of things going on. We have videos that we're working on which will be released on the main channel, so look for more of that kind of stuff. But man, what do y'all say? Let's go. Let's get a crazy show. Yeah, I'm hyped for it. Wait, what? Okay, well that's just an approximate number. 83 mil? Yeah. 10 mil per episode? Yeah, that could make sense. So like 60, 70 million maybe. What's up, Kendall? What's up? Yeah, fuck YouTube for sure. Yeah, if that, Russell says, if that final episode is a full, yeah, leaks, yes, there are leaks, but I will do a separate video on that. We're not going to get into that today. One more thing I want to get into today with WandaVision, though. I wanted to go over a teeny tiny little piece of information that just happens to tickle my fancy, as it were. Get me excited. So let's go back into the theater. No shoving. Just get in there. Shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Shut your mouth. Now you're just looking stupid. All right, somebody tell me what movie that's from. All right, here we go. Listen up! WandaVision references Marvel character from Wolverine's Team X. What? In the MCU, everything matters. From Iron Man 2's map marking the location of Wakanda to Stephen Strange's name drop in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, the smallest details have teased Marvel Studios' big future plans. Sword's presence in WandaVision has riddled the sinister sitcom with blink and miss names within files. While a number of these names are references to the real-life production crew that has worked on the show, some allude to characters that have yet to make the jump from the page to the silver screen. Sword file teases Wolverine. Oh, baby. baby. Daddy likey. Okay, WandaVision's 6th episode saw Kat Dennings' Darcy Lewis attempt to break into director Tyler Hayward's Secret Sword files. As she hacks her way towards Monica Rambeau's file, Lewis passes a noteworthy name, Ray Johnson. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You remember this in the episode? Do you remember this? Did you catch this? Because if you didn't, you're a dummy. No, I didn't catch it either. All right. In the comics, Ray Johnson is an alias for John Wraith, better known as Kestrel, a teleporting mutant with an anti-aging factor. Kestrel is most famous for his affiliation with Team X, a collection of mercenary mutants that carried out covert missions for William Stryker. Team X consisted of notables such as Silver Fox, Sabretooth, and Wolverine. Yeah, interesting. Says here, Will.i.am wants to be the homie too. Okay, so that's pretty wild. So here's the thing about that. The reason I think this is dope, okay? Maybe some of you already know where I'm going with this, actually. But a big part of, like, what's happening with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, at least we believe, has to do with Madripoor and the introduction of some mutants, and not just mutants, but like deep connections between governments and mutants as enhanced people. Let me tell you something. If Hydra was messing with people in Sokovia and they were doing it partially because of the genetic anomalies there, then, I mean, it's not a far reach to assume other government organizations, because remember, Hydra, for all intents and purposes, was S.H.I.E.L.D. It's the same thing. So if they're doing it, other organizations are likely doing this as well. And maybe finding mutants, trying to find Inhumans, trying to find different enhanced people in order to create super soldiers or superheroes or supervillains or whatever, okay? Now, some of what is rumored to be in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which we are going to break down more and more as we get a little bit out of WandaVision land, because we're going to go right in. It's going to be ridiculous, dude. Like, RIP my sleep, right? But we're going to go right into Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So we're going to be doing a ton of content leading up to that. But for the purposes of what I'm talking about here with this character from the comics, Logan is literally rumored to be in the show. Now, to me, that's still a long shot, but it's possible because Wolverine or Logan or James Howlett, whatever you want to call him, he is often seen in Madripoor. Like, often. There's also something to be said for them developing the idea of, like, Weapon X or the X program, and it having some kind of a relationship to the Super Soldier program, the Hulk program, what General Ross is involved with, okay? Some of this is going to be explained, we think, in Black Widow. Because in Black Widow, you're going to meet, you know, obviously the Red Guardian character, who is a super soldier that was being developed over in Russia. But there's big-time rumors of us meeting this character named Omega Red in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And Omega Red is a mutant. He's like a Captain America, a Russian Captain America that was a mutant, not an enhanced super soldier, okay? So he's like the Russian equivalent of Wolverine. Wolverine, because of his mutant powers, goes to Strucker. They put the adamantium on him. They make him the super soldier. He's Weapon X. Weapon X. The Weapon X program, you know? And so a little tease like this, I'm telling you, this is not a throwaway little loop-de-loop, blah, blah, whatever the F. I think there's a connection. I think there's a through line. You know what I mean? And there's actually a video I have coming out. Elisa is actually editing it right now because she is incredible. But it is about Director Hayward and how Director Hayward may well be a key to the whole of Phase 4 in the MCU. And some of what I'm talking about right now applies to this show and this situation as well, with like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the super soldiers. There is even, ladies and gentlemen, there is even rumor that the Inhumans themselves are going to be in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and that maybe Terrigen Mist is being stolen and used by maybe even General Ross to create more enhanced people. It's crazy. It's crazy. But also really, really cool. So that's pretty much the only big news I think that I wanted to kind of go over with y'all. Let me doobly check the Reddit and see if there's anything wild going on. Or y'all let me know in chat. Am I missing some crazy shit? Is Twitter blowing up? You let me know. Oh, you know what? Before we get into Q&A and all that, I am going to talk a little bit about the Snyder Cut too. But let me just double check and see if there's anything going on. Yeah, I'll just talk about the Snyder Cut for a little bit and then we'll get into it. I may do a video on this today as well. How many of you guys, just let me know in the chat. Put a 1 into the chat if you've seen the Snyder Cut trailer. Put a 1 into the chat. I really liked the trailer. I thought it was great. The weird part was dope. Look at all these nerd adventures. It's a beautiful thing. Man, that end scene with Leto, dude, that was really cool. And the thing that was sweet about it was I think that's a totally reshot scene from both sides. Like, meaning that's Ben, Ray, and Leto on set filming new shit with Zach. Like, dude, talk about squeezing the most out of like a little thing. That was a really cool scene. Really cool. So here's the thing though. That trailer was dope, and the Snyder Cut peeps did. You watched it with me? Right on, Mike. The Snyder Cut fans did great with like tweeting and like getting the word out there. Yo, Warner Brothers is doing everything they can to cut this shit off at the fucking knees. They released the Godzilla trailer like 3 hours later. How can this be okay? I don't understand, man. I don't understand. Like, it's getting weird out here, bros. Like, what is that about? What the fuck, dude? Like, for real, how are these fans supposed to feel? And the ironic thing here is that I went on why do I have such a hard time with their name? I went on the 4 Nerds YouTube channel, and we were literally talking about this exact thing, and I said, guys, I'm not so certain we're getting more Zach stuff. And they are all like hell-bent and convinced that it's coming. And by the way, I would be there too if I was like my main shit, like I would be like blinders, like more. And I hope it happens. But I'm just saying, like, this is ridiculous, dude. Zach makes a statement on Friday. It gets picked up, and the fucking trades, the weekend before the trailer's supposed to come out, the trades are basically telling you it's a cul-de-sac. Is basically what they're saying. No future. The trades. And then on Sunday, they released a fucking Godzilla trailer. Right? 3 hours later. 3 hours later. Bro, it don't matter. Like, as a YouTuber, you never want to put your videos that close together, even if you've got really good videos. Like, even if it's breaking crazy shit. You know what I mean? So, wow, what a bizarro fucking situation, man. I don't fully understand it, but it just feels like such a weird paradox, because on the one hand, the trailer looks dope. I'm super excited to check this out. And I really love the creativity that Zach has done with, you know, again, the Leto scene and all that. The problem is, it just feels like the very fucking studio that fucked him the first time is currently trying to go for seconds. Was this all a long con? Like, was this all a long con to fuck him Again, I just don't get it. And you could say on the one hand, no, obviously not, because he's going to get to finish his movie. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be cool. Bros, I'm telling you right now, $70 million feels like a fucking cheap as fuck way to get the asset of the Snyder Cut and it being as valuable as I think it is. It's just crazy to me, dude. Like, legit, they will go down as the biggest group of dummies if they don't continue this and all those actors then go on to do dope comic book shit. Like, legit. Like, what? I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm making a big to-do about nothing, and maybe once the numbers come out, it's an easy, like, hey, let's green light this. Because from what I understand, the Nightmare ending does open the pot. Like, all right, slight spoilers. I think Wonder Woman's going to be dead in the Nightmare timeline. So, meaning certain actors or actresses do not have to come back to continue the story if the story moves forward past the Nightmare timeline. Capisci? Yeah? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? All right, let's get into Q&A. Let's get into Q&A, see what you guys have on your mind. I will go over super chats if you want to get your question answered. Guarantee it to get answered. Throw a little super chat in there. It supports the channel. We do appreciate it. Normally, I would say just throw your chat into the chat. But YouTube is forcing the channel to be stuck in members-only mode. And believe it or not, it's losing us money. That's what people I don't think understand. Like, it's not cool. It's a glitch. They fucked it up. And it's losing us money. We like. Anyway. We will hopefully have that fixed soon. So we'll go over. Let's go over some of these chats. Okay. Let's see here. Of course, it's not loading. Yo, Josh, I think Hayward could be a Kree or a Skrull. Absolutely, actually. You know, it's funny because if you guys were there on the watch party, the moment I saw Hayward, I was like, that guy's a Skrull. And I don't even know why. It's like a gut level reaction, dude. Maybe I have like Skruldar or something, you know? And I was like, yo, my Skruldar is going off. My Peter Tingle, my Josh Tingle's going off. Oh, God. Pause. So yeah, no, he's shady, man. He's shady AF. I'll say this too. Rumors of a Hulkling appearance. Possible combo. Kree, Skrull. Interesting, yeah? Stevie says, please do a Snyder Cut vid. DC is my first love. LOL, been waiting for this kind of content. Yeah, man, look, I'll do a Snyder Cut vid for sure. I'm just not sure what. Like, maybe I'll do a better version of my rant, or I can, like, go into a little bit more detail. But all I really feel like doing is getting on camera and just freaking out at Warner Brothers, dude, you know? So. Vito! What up with the $2 holla says, Hasbro is making a Power Rangers movie. Is that, like, news, or wasn't that kind of the thing before? Like, wasn't that already kind of the thing, or no? Because I will definitely check that out if it's a new thing. That sounds cool. Power Rangers, man, has a lot of potential. It could legit be a cinematic universe if done correctly, but you really got to nail it on the first one. You know what I mean? So, Drum and Company with the $5 holla says, would be gangster move if it flops because of Warner Brothers and Feige winds up getting literally every one of them in the MCU. Yeah. So, oh, man. I mean, again. Okay, so let's talk about that. How would you feel as a DC fan? You know, a lot of DC fans do not like Kevin Feige. They do not like Feige. They do not like Marvel. In some ways, I think DC blames some fans, you know, some of them, blame Kevin Feige for the failure of DC because he forced commercialism, or he basically made the commercialism of Marvel so lucrative that Warner Brothers almost had no choice but to meddle with creative to try to get some of that juicy money. But, obviously that's bullshit, but they could have, they could say that or whatever. So, is what it is. Appreciate you, brother. Keaton Haas says, are Wanda, Falcon, and Loki one-season shows? It is my understanding that WandaVision and Falcon are absolutely one-season shows. Loki, I'm not so sure about, actually. I've heard different things. Tim says, F Warner Brothers. Also, much love, dude. Hey, Tim, thank you, brother. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, my guy. And now we'll just hang out in the chat. Timothy Michael, thank you for the love, man. No message, though. No message. You might, oh boy. Potential Power Rangers? Yeah, man. I want Katie Sackhoff in any... Dude, Katie Sackhoff as like an older Kimberly from a weird timeline that comes back and does some ass kicking. Whew. Sign me up. Sounds good. Mike with the $10 holla says, sorry about the chat issues. Really looking forward to all the new content and the new talent at Den of Nerds. Keep up all the great work. We appreciate all that you do, bro. Mike, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate the love. And yeah, man, I'm excited too. I thought Elisa nailed her video. That video's dope. I'm hoping we could get more people on solo videos. Solo videos are kind of challenging. They're like a challenging beast. But I think we're going to be able to get more people on those. And then we've got more live stream stuff coming up. The show with Darren's really cool. There's some other things that we're working on that are really cool. So yeah, man, there's a lot going on for sure. Sharples Live says, any thoughts that Mr. Sinister is the bad in WandaVision? Vision with the Darwin book and Sinister with a Darwin. Oh yeah. Maybe, man. Maybe the Darwin is just a reference to evolution and therefore mutant evolution. You know what I mean? So that's possible. I'm excited to get Sinister in the MCU though. Sinister is an incredible character. He was one of my favorites from the show back in the day, man. And then if you've ever read one real quick, a little nerdy aside, if you've ever read the Phoenix 5, like, okay, so there's always this thing that nerds do, especially in comic book shops, where you have these sort of things that you can pull out, right? Like, oh, Batman once did this, or oh, Superman once did this. Well, Mr. Sinister has one of the best one of those ever. This man beat the Phoenix 5. The Phoenix Force from Avengers vs. X-Men. It's like the Phoenix Force gets split up into 5 pieces and it gets embodied into the different X-Men. It's like crazy. They're super powerful mutants, ridiculous, OP comic book level bombastic shit. And they show up to Sinister's thing and he's literally like, fuck y'all. And he's got all these clones. He has all these clones of like Jean Grey and shit. And they literally get overpowered and they have to leave Sinister's place. The Phoenix 5, dude. That shit's ridiculous. Stevie says, Elisa was great. You discovered a gem. Yeah, I did. Nobody better try to take her. Okay, Michael Phantom says, Cavill as Surfer, Affleck as Doom. All right, let's start with Affleck as Doom. Give me a minute, Michael. I mean, I kind of don't like it right away. I just need that Eastern European accent, dude. I'm sorry. I need the Eastern European accent. I really need it. I mean, maybe if I saw tape of Ben doing that accent and it was like incredible, I'd be like, cool. But yeah, Cavill as Surfer. I mean, he certainly has a great physique. You know, maybe I could see him being Norrin. You know, I kind of think you need a goofier person for Norrin. And maybe it's just because of the recent Dan Slott run on Surfer from the past like 5 years, because it sort of it made me like think of him in a little different way, like a little more comedic or whatever. But yeah, that could work. Look, there's actually a rumor that Cavill is being courted as Captain Britain, as Eddie Braddock, which would be incredible. Timothy Michael with another 99-cent no chat. All right, man. All right. Go Power Rangers. Barbaric Riemann says, so snapped people are the mutants, but have to travel through the hex barrier. Wanda wraps the world with the hex. Yeah, so there's some interesting things going on there. We're not sure 100%. But yeah, it feels like something with the mutants is happening. Now, look, I've been talking to a lot of people about this, and because we're going to make some videos about this idea, like a series. And Elisa's video was sort of the start of it, right? It's sort of the beginning of it, and we're all going to do kind of content based around this idea. I think, here's the thing. If Sokovia, because the Shuri files, and she touched on this in her vid, if they're mutants in Sokovia and the energy of the stone accelerated their mutation, and if that same energy is involved in the hex, because it's that old ancient university kind of whatever energy or whatever, then it's like, okay, is it possible people that go through the hex that also have an X gene get their mutation accelerated? That's where I think it's going. I don't know if she's going to literally turn everybody into mutants. Like, I don't know if Monica Rambeau will be a mutant or not. You know what I mean? So, but it's certainly a cool idea. Chrissy C with the $5 holla says, do you think what we are seeing on WandaVision is the Scarlet Witch origin story? I think Wanda we saw outside the hex was Scarlet Witch persona. I think that, I'm not fully sure what you're referring to. I have heard some people theorize that there are multiple Wandas, or maybe like there is a Scarlet Witch Wanda, or we're in a timeline where the X-Men have always been around, and so Wanda was a mutant and the Scarlet Witch was a pre-established thing. There's all kinds of crazy theories with that. I think this is just our Wanda, but I think she is going to end up changing the world around her pretty drastically. So, do I think it's the origin for the Scarlet Witch? In a manner of speaking, yes. In a manner of speaking. I mean, certainly going to be the origin of, like, people are going to think of Wanda very differently after this. Mike says, Josh, do you think they will make Darcy Squirrel Girl? Give her her own show. You know, slight side note on that. Melania Vanderthrope, I think was her name. The sprint gal. She was cast to be Squirrel Girl in one of those Marvel shows, and they never ended up doing that, which was sad because I actually thought she would have been a good Squirrel Girl. Darcy could be a good Squirrel Girl for sure. Man, I'm interested what they're gonna do with Darcy for sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. Do y'all want Darcy to have powers? Does everybody want Darcy to have powers or no? I don't know about all that. Nick D says, oh, you know what I just thought of too? Yo, okay, real quick aside here. Actually, might have somebody do a video on this. Big time rumor that Monica's friend is going to be Blue Marvel, okay? And if he was just over the ridge waiting for her and the hex expanded, he might already be in WandaVision, like the show, like in the hex. So what if he's already hexed up and he's going to get his powers that way? Beep. Mind blowing. Nick D says, how funny would it be if Henry Cavill ended up playing Gladiator? Dude, he could do Gladiator. Oh, man, I'd love to see Gladiator in live action, dude. I want to see Gladiator. I want to see an actual Juggernaut. The one from Deadpool 2 was closer, but I want to see, like, actual Juggernaut. And then I want to see Gladiator come down and, like, fucking One Punch Man Juggernaut. Where Juggernaut's like, I am the Juggernaut, bitch. And then Gladiator's like, fuck you. Bam! And that shit would be dope. By the way, I found this random TikTok account. And I know, TikTok me. But there's this random TikTok account that's been doing this really cool... it's like a Marvel fan fiction on there. I don't know. If I find it again, I might link it. It's kind of interesting. Let us see here. Andre says, so is Quicksilver our MCU version, or is the Fox version with implanted memories? That last episode made it kind of confusing. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the thing. I think we're still supposed to be confused, frankly. I think it's the Fox X-Men Quicksilver with some implanted memories. Yeah. But like, so in House of M, when she changed things, it's like, it wasn't like she created an alternate reality. She warped the reality we were all in to make it different. Okay? So if something like that is going on, whew! And the X-Men are just in the MCU now because of Wanda? Like, that would be pretty wild. So that's what I think is going on. But there's plenty of, there's plenty of mystery there, man. Nobody knows for sure. You know what I mean? Nobody knows for sure. Let's see here. What about my socks? I don't know what you're talking about, Brad, with your socks. Oh, did you send me some pics or something? The Rock is Gladiator. I will not negotiate. Dude, that's a bad man. Whew. I don't know, man. That'd be frightening. I don't even think you need to make Gladiator that big, though. He's that powerful, but he doesn't need to be that yoked. You know what I mean? Like, save dudes that are that yoked for, like, Sabretooth type characters or shit like that. You know what I mean? But I do appreciate you, Alstar. I appreciate you. Nathan Tattoo says, Warner Herzog as Doom. P.S. Take my money. Thank you, Nathan. I love the voice idea, but man, I don't know. I need a little bit of a younger Victor. I want a Victor with an edge. Although, man, okay, I just had a thought. What if you did Herzog and he was older Doom and Reed was stuck in time like Cap, and so when Reed comes back, he's young. And it's an added thing. Doom hates him even more because he's fucking youthful and his whole family's youthful and shit. And Doom's like now old. Yo, that could work. That could work. Herzog, kind of feeling it. Herzog, man. Shit. That's nice. Oh, by the way, if you're over in Texas, I hope you guys are enjoying the snow. I'm from places where snow is pretty normal. So, give you a little bit of advice. Don't go lick any of the poles. If there's like a nice frost or like a nice glint on there, that's not going to end well. The yellow snow is not banana flavored, despite what they tell you. Yeah, just a couple pointers for you. That's what I'm saying, fool. Damn it. That's what I'm saying, Nathan. You can't just say that what I'm saying when you say the thing, and then all of a sudden that I'm saying it, and then you said it. Come on, man. Are you ever going to show me the sleeve? I've been asking to see your sleeve. Oh, my God, Elisa. Jesus Christ. Are you ever going to send me a picture of your sleeve? I've been asking to see your tattoo for a long time. Yo, Sonya's going to love the video that we have coming out about Hayward. Joaquin says, thought it was dope how everyone stopped exactly like when Professor X stops everything right before she expanded her hex. I know. It's weird, man. The parallels between what she is doing and the X-Men films is really interesting. It's really interesting. Man, there's still, this is what's really fun, is like, I feel like we're almost watching like a totally different show now. I almost feel like everything we've done up to this point is like prep work for the show we're about to watch, where we can act like now, like the next 3 weeks of content is like, now I'm like really excited. Like I've been excited, but frankly, the first 3 weeks and really the first 4 or 5 weeks were kind of like, yeah, we knew this was coming. Like, here's what happened. Here's explaining it to the normies, which is fine, but it doesn't necessarily do it for me, right? But moving forward, now I'm I'm excited, fully engaged, as it were. And yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. Intergalactic Pirate, thank you for the $3. No message, though. Verbal axe kicks for Al Punks, Bullies, and Fools. Love the show. Heard that. I mean, amen, Scott. I don't know I must be missing some context there, but amen, brother. I want each member is from a destroyed universe, Squadron Supreme. Yeah, dude, that would be pretty fucking cool. No news off of my radar when you guys did Q&A at Scum and Villainy Cantina. When are we doing one on the? We never did one at Cantina, brother. Maybe they were talking about some of our vids or something, but no, I've never been to that Cantina. I don't know, Kevin. Dakin in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that would be titties, bro. I don't think it's happening though. I think they gotta establish Logan first. You know what I mean? Josh I says Friday's WandaVision was fire. I can't wait for this Friday. How was your little vacation? P.S. Take my money. So here's what I'll say about the vacay. It's good. There's so much going on, dude. Like, it's crazy. Actually, I'm so excited to talk about it this weekend, but I have like a lot of plans. There's a lot going on. I'm just very, very busy. It's a very busy time, like insanely busy. However, all of it's really good, and there's just really positive things in my life that I'm very grateful for. So it is all good, baby, baby. And if you don't know, now you know, Nerdvenger. Eternals will change everything. I agree with that. And I can't wait for it. By the way, SDW, it's good to see you, brother. I know you're working a lot more these days. Remember back in the day? Yo, SDW, you remember when it was like 50 people that would watch this stream? And I was like, guys, there's going to be thousands of people that watch this show someday. Someday people will give a fuck about what a Nerdvenger is. Someday. Someday. Oh, no, dang us now! Hey, Budda 821, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You're a Nerdvenger now. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the community. And you know what? While we're on it, allow me to just say a couple of things about being a Nerdvenger, and then we'll probably get out of here. Maybe call it a little earlier. So we're going to start doing giveaways for Nerdvenger members. We're about at around 500 members right now, so you have a very good shot at getting a $200 gift card to GameStop. Here's the deal. You have to link, once you become a member on this YouTube channel, you must link your membership to your Discord, and then you will get access to the members only part of our Discord. That's where we're going to do the drawing. So a lot of people don't even have that done. So literally in the next couple of months, while all the boomers are figuring out how to get onto the Discord, you have an incredible shot at winning the GameStop gift card. And as soon as consoles start being a thing again, we're going to start giving away consoles as well. Also, there's some really like just almost way too dope shit coming for this channel. And I just want to say, if you are on the fence about becoming a Nerdvenger and you're like, oh, but like, you know, what's the rewards or whatever, you're going to want to do that ASAP, because there's some rewards coming that are like awesome. And you see how there's people that have different badges? Like you got your diamond badges, your green badges, your blue badges. When this new system comes into place, however long you have been a Nerdvenger, you will receive more of the rewards that are coming. That's all I can say. That's all I can say about that. Barbaric Riemann says, so our scrolls are good and multiverse brings in scroll invasion. Whoa. Okay, first of all, that's a very cool idea. Didn't really consider that. But also think about this. The Kree and the Skrull also faced the snap. Half of their pop gone. Right? That probably changes things. Also, maybe the refugees of like Talos and all those scrolls, maybe they were a minority, you know? And maybe after the snap, they're even more of a minority or something. So we don't know for sure. I think that's what they'll do, is like an acceleration because of the events of Thanos and the blip and the snap and the yada, yada, yada. Yeah, there could be something there. Could be something there. That's cool, though. I love that. Dude, I love a multiverse idea. Like a savage ass. Like, here's what I would want. Imagine a multiverse in which the Skrulls nailed the Super Skrulls really early on and literally just took over the entire galaxy. So, like, the entire galaxy is like a Skrull empire. That would be titties. And then they come in to our universe and start making a ruckus. Whoo, boy, I tell you what, that would be really fun. Dandrick says, hope Al is well. Sending love to him and his family. Yeah, man. In fact, Nerd Avengers, if we could just one more time, put some nerdy hearts into the chat for Al Schuler, who has some family stuff going on. That is all I really want to say about it. But of course, we love Al. Al was the very first producer that ever believed in me and said, like, hey, man, I think you kind of know what you're doing. This channel might be successful someday. He was the very first one. It's my guy. You know what I mean? So he's doing okay, but he had to take care of business. You know what I mean? Vito says, who do you like more? Elisa, Darren, or Duncan Girl? This is tough, man. Okay, so I don't think you're supposed to have favorites in this situation, so I'll just play it off like I don't have a favorite, but everybody knows it's Elisa. Okay. So, what else is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I think we'll probably have to call it there. I got a lot to do. By the way, Fight Club is on for later today. Fight Club is on. I'll see you there. And hopefully this chat gets resolved by then. I would really like that to get resolved. And I think, too, just so you guys know, here's the way I think we're going to do it. We're going to start. Maybe we'll get the... It depends on how long the edit takes right now, because I did give Elisa like a huge video just now. So we'll see. But regardless, I think we'll do Hayward video and then this leak. I assume you guys all want me to talk about this potential episode 7 leak. It kind of feels... It tracks, man. It tracks. So who knows if it's real for sure, but we got to talk about it, I think. Yes or yes? Tell me in the chat. So that'll be cool. Fight Club. Is the mouse fighting back through the YouTube? It's kind of hard to say, Brian. I'm not 100% on that. I'm still trying to discover the truth of the matter. I missed your last super chat. My thoughts on it? No, I don't think I missed it, brother. I remember going over it. Yeah, you said The Rock is Gladiator, right? Or did I miss another one? Yeah, The Rock is Gladiator. So, look, that's a cool idea, and I'll just repeat what I said. I don't think you need someone that physically big for Gladiator. Gladiator's a big dude, and he's imposing, but he's just powerful. He's not, like, big. Like, you need to save... I think you save characters that are like... Okay, so here's what I'm saying. If you make Gladiator The Rock, then what's your Sabretooth look like? You know, what's your Kazar look like? What's your Sentry look like? You know what I mean? Like, it just... I don't know. I feel like you save someone like The Rock or that kind of a physique for like a character that's like absurd. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. But I appreciate you. All right, everybody. We're going to call it there. We are going to call it there. Oh, for sure. Kendall, I'm trying, brother. I'm going to try, man. I got a million people to try to get in touch with today. Oh, you left another one about Hayward? Oh, my bad, brother. Oh, my God, I did miss it. My bad. Okay, my bad, man. Alsar says, saw a theory about Sentinels in WandaVision. Hayward's superpowered people line gave me real, Trask vibes. Plus Vision experiments. Yeah, agreed. And especially because I do think he is trying to reverse engineer the Vision corpse to create probably, I mean, maybe not Sentinels, but maybe something that will become Sentinels. Especially after Wanda. Like, yo, that could be really interesting, though. If Hayward has a personal vendetta against her and the mutants because of her or something like that, you know? That would be pretty interesting. So you're saying they could make the Sentinels out of Vision. Yo! Those would be some badass Sentinels, dog. Can you imagine Sentinels being able to phase and change size and shape like that? Yikes, dude. R.I.P. mutants. R.I.P. mutants. You can change/edit chat settings while live. I can't find them while not live. I don't know, brother. I tried everything I could think of, man. I tried everything I could think of. All right, everybody. But I do appreciate the love, Trin. And if you know something that I don't, hit me up, bro. Hit me up, bruh. All right, everybody. Thank you, guys. We're going to call it there, all right? As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. All right, just a little stinger, just for the hardcores. Man, I think Nerd Theory is going to be pretty interesting tonight. I didn't even know for sure if Theory wanted to talk about it, but he hit me up at like 4 a.m. last night and was like, we're doing it. We're getting into Gina tomorrow. I was like, okay, all right. So we'll see what happens.